Good morning.
Don't you want a morning kiss?
Oh, Yuri, are you feeling better now?
Yeah. How about you guys? Are you all right?
Yes, it would seem that way.
We all collapsed in the desert, right? So what are we doing in this town?
Seems like someone came to our aid.
Though we're not sure who.
I wonder what kind of praiseworthy fellow could cross such a toasty desert and save so many people.
We need to find whoever it was and thank them.
What about the couple who was with us?
They appear to have been brought here as well.
So they didn't get a look at our rescuers either?
Apparently they lost consciousness like the rest of us. I believe the two of them are having a look around town.
I wonder, was it just a mirage?
What do you mean?
Oh, just before I blacked out, I saw that dragon that got the air under control back at Katos.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't you see it, Estelle?
No, I didn't see anything.
And that monster must have saved us or something.
A monster saved us? I can't believe that.
Was it just a mirage then? So what's the story? Where exactly are we?
A kindly gentleman is looking into that very matter for us.
Kindly gentle... Oh, you mean the old man.
There's no barrier here. This town is weird.
I thought the mountains in the east were supposed to be uninhabited.
Rita, Carol, over here!
What's that?
The monster that attacked us in the desert dropped it.
I didn't see any feathers on that thing.
That's one of Pharaoh's feathers.
But why would that monster have one of Pharaoh's feathers?
Man, there's so much we don't know.
Welcome back.
And just why was it up to me to go tromping off on a recon mission?
If I'd gone, this sweet young lady would have been all alone with you. That's far too unsafe.
Unsafe? You can't possibly mean me.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I think I'm gonna gag.
Suppose I don't mind people thinking I'm dangerous. Adds to my mysterious charm. It seems we're in Jormungand. You know, that town from the diary on the ghost ship.
Wait, this is Jormungand?
The town that needed the clear seal crystal to protect itself from monsters? It makes sense. They don't have a barrier here.
That must be why they were searching for a way to drive away the monsters.
But that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, and I find it strange that they were getting by at all without a barrier.
You're right.
Aye!
What if we were to show this case to one of the locals and ask them?
Yes, we might learn something about Pharaoh that way as well.
I agree. What was the deal with that weird monster we ran into in the sands of Kogor?
Just the thought of it still sends chills down my spine.
Was that thing even alive?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, it wasn't anything like other creatures that make their home in the desert.
Huh. Another astute observation from Captain Carroll.
Whatever it was, I hope we never see it again.
Me too.
So after all we went through to cross the desert, we can't meet Pharaoh.
And after you've all risked your lives to help me.
Maybe it's better that we didn't find him after all.
Yeah, if we had to fight him now, we probably wouldn't make it out.
Think about it though, Pharaoh can fly. He's free to be pretty much anywhere at any time. Tracking him down will be a tall order unless he's got a lair somewhere in the area.
No one's saying that meeting him will be impossible.
We might get some information if we ask around in the town.
You're right. Thank you, both of you.
That box.
Do you know something about this box?
Launchy had it. Where did you get it?
On a ship called the Atherum, my lovely lady. Have you heard of it?
Of course. You know about the Atherum too?
Yes. We happen to come across it on the ocean.
Did you see Launchy?
And Launchy would be...
Oh, Launchy is my love. I'm sorry to suddenly get so personal.
Your love. Damn it. Hey, Carol. Your turn.
You're hopeless. All that we saw was, the ship itself. Oh, I see.
Could I ask your name?
Oh, my name is Yuafan.
That's the name that was in the diary we found on the Atherum.
Perhaps she's a descendant with the same name?
Do you know about the clear seal crystal?
They say it has the power to drive back monsters.
The sage said it was necessary to make a barrier around the town. Is that what's in the box?
Yes, we came to deliver this box to you.
I see.
Hey, is that the key?
Could I have the box? Wow, is this the clear seal crystal?
Looks like it.
It's so sparkly and glittery. A treasure even more beautiful than sea sparkles blooming on the surface of the ocean.
So who's that sage you were talking about earlier?
The sage is a great Critian who came to our town from across the desert. A Critian?
Well, creating a barrier is basically creating a Blastia.
Blastia? But we can make Blastia with current technology, right?
There are people who do. You saw the Blastia at Emmead Hill in Cair Bakram. But I don't think that sage guy is the one who made those Blastia with messed up formulas.
I'm sorry. I don't really understand. But the sage said that the clear CL crystal was needed to create the barrier. So Longchi set out to look for it. It's been 3 years since he left.
3 years, huh? You must be worried.
Wait, this sounds weird.
Yeah, the stories don't match up.
You'd think she could have miscounted by 1,000 years?
How old is she anyway?
The same thing could have happened 3 years ago, or 1,000 years ago, probably.
They say that history repeats itself, but who really knows?
Is that sage in this town? Where does he live?
Oh, yes, he lives in the house farthest into the town.
I think it might be faster if we went to talk to the sage.
Yes, maybe so.
If you're going there, could you take the clear CL crystal to the sage for me?
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Okay, let's go. This town's weird. It's in the middle of the desert, but look at all the plants.
It sort of reminds me of Mantake.
Yeah, but there is something different.
Really?
There may be more here than meets the eye. Maybe the truth is hidden away.
Leave it to Judith to put things into perspective.
The better the intuition, the more you see.
Hey, I have good intuition.
Excuse me.
Huh? Hey, that's... You're...
Who exactly?
We've run into each other a couple times.
You? How have you come to this place?
What do you mean, how? We walked. As in, across the desert.
I see. And yet, how did you... No matter. For what reason have you come?
We're a little curious about this.
This must have cost you dearly to obtain.
Actually, it just sort of landed in our lap.
That was quite a miracle.
You're planning on making a barrier blastia, aren't you? You're free to go pretending you're a sage, but forget about making any blastia. Who would even consider building a barrier blastia with something that's so obviously not a core?
But it is a solid mass of air. It simply lacks an inscribed formula.
Lacks an inscribed formula? What do you mean?
They are most commonly known as apatheia, of which the clear CL crystal is one example.
So this is an apatheia?
That the treasure you've been looking for, old man?
Also, I am not the sage.
Huh?
No such being exists any longer.
That's a problem. We'll need to get that back from you in that case.
Neither I nor humanity have a need for such a thing.
Whoa! What are you doing? Hold on a sec!
It's the same phenomenon we saw at Cave Mock!
Oh, man. Just when I found one.
The apatheia bring only chaos to humanity. They are better off returned to air.
Return to air? Is that really all you did just now?
It's still no reason to go smashing other people's things.
What kind of a person treats treasure so poorly?
Wasn't the clear CL crystal, the apatheia, needed to save this town from the monsters?
This town has no use for a barrier, and no need to be saved. This place has been granted everlasting calm.
Come to mention it, it is pretty quiet here.
But still, there are monsters like Pharaoh nearby.
How do you know of Pharaoh?
I'd ask you the same thing. You seem to know about him yourself.
Please, tell us what you know. Pharaoh referred to me as a poison.
I see.
You know something, don't you?
There is a being in this world who possesses a power the Endelikeia despise.
You mean... me?
This being is known as the Child of the Full Moon.
Child of the Full Moon. Like in the legend. By Endelikeia, you mean Pharaoh?
That is correct.
But what would the Endelikeia have against me? Against a Child of the Full Moon? What is this power the Child of the Full Moon possesses that they despise?
That answer lies only within the hearts of the Endelikeia themselves.
Which means I've got no choice but to find Pharaoh and ask him myself.
Do not be foolish. Meeting Pharaoh would end only in the death of the Child of the Full Moon.
But...
Estelle, give it a rest.
Hey, Reggae, Jaeger from Ruins Gate talked about the Endelikeia earlier, didn't he?
Something about them being the ancient race that built Nordopolica.
So Pharaoh built Nordopolica? That doesn't seem possible.
Take your leave. There's nothing more for you here.
Wait, there's something I want to ask you too. What were you doing at that Air Krene? Just who are you? What is that sword of yours?
Those matters exceed your comprehension. Do not ask of them again. Go. I have nothing more to say.
Where do you get off?
Rita.
Duke may have been the one that saved us in the desert.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go and thank him.
Hold up. He doesn't seem the type to do something like that.
You don't think so?
Just a hunch. You said that child of the full moon he mentioned was the sister of brave Vesperia, right?
Yeah. Goddess who bathes this world in her golden light, you are named Child of the Full Moon. Your brother, brave Vesperia, watches over us from the skies. You remain bound to your mother, the Earth, and will shelter her with your unceasing protection.
Is there like a hidden meaning in there?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's more than just an old legend.
Remaining to protect the Earth, huh?
Could protecting the Earth have anything to do with ruling over this world?
You mean like becoming the Emperor? If Estelle is the child of the full moon, that would add up.
Which means all the previous emperors would have been on Pharaoh's hit list.
I've never heard of anything like that.
This all sounds pretty complicated.
Yeah, I suppose it might be a bit too complicated for you, Patty.
It's too complicated for you too, old man.
Rita can explain it to you later.
Me?
Shouldn't we be thinking more about what to do next?
I'm gonna stay here. There are things I've got to investigate.
Investigate?
Clear seal crystals, apatheia, all kinds of things. Honestly, I have a few bones to pick with Mr. Warm and Fuzzy over there. If you're all going back, we'll have to say our goodbyes here.
But...
Oh, that's too bad. I don't imagine the desert will be much fun on your own, but good luck.
Oh, that's right. I can't go anywhere without crossing that desert.
We can afford to take a load off while she's checking things out, can't we? I'm pretty interested in Apatheia myself.
If we're going back into the desert, we need to take time to prepare. We don't want to keel over again.
That's true. How about we leave tomorrow? Rita, one day should be enough, right?
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay then, we'll meet up near the exit tomorrow morning.
Right. See you then.
I have nothing left to say to you.
You're not gonna follow him?
What's the point? He's not gonna talk to me.
So this was a complete waste of time?
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Apatheia?
When the air crane went berserk, Jaeger was carrying this box. This box was what messed up my magic.
You think the Apatheia is what's causing the air crane to go out of control?
Judging from the evidence, it could be a valid hypothesis.
So when the Blastia and Heliord was going out of control, you think there was Apatheia nearby? And the air crane and cave mock too?
There may have been. Otherwise, maybe the Apatheia's been damaging the whole world's air crane little by little. And a large distortion just happened to appear then.
I see.
It's really nothing more than a guess, but it could be right.
You don't sound very sure of yourself.
In science, you continually make hypotheses, then test them, and you get closer and closer to the truth. That's how it is. Well, okay. Maybe I can do something with this after all.
What are you gonna do now?
The next step after a hypothesis is testing it.
weren't able to find Pharaoh after all.
Yeah, our first job as a guild was an egregious failure. What do you think? Should we go back to Dongrest?
That might be best, but would you be okay with that, Yuri? And what about Estelle?
I'd be fine with it. As for Estelle, I'll leave that answer up to her.
All right.
This sure is a serene little town.
Huh? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? No guilds, no empire. It's a little strange.
Yeah, but I think it's relaxing.
Yeah, but even so, I prefer Dongrest.
That's how everyone is. Everybody prefers the place where they grew up.
You too, Yuri?
Well, yeah, sure.
But if we're gonna work together in brave Vesperia, we'll have to decide on a single place for our home base.
We could always make someplace new, you know.
Someplace new?
Yeah, you know, everyone thinks of Dongrest as the Union City, but it's really Altosk City. It could be like that. Brave Vesperia could make its own city.
Brave Vesperia's own city. Yeah, I like that idea.
Well, either way, we've got a lot of jobs as a guild ahead of us before we can be thinking about things like that.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, Nordopolica is Polystrali's city, isn't it?
Yeah, if you think of it that way, Nordopolica's more of a guild city than Dongrest even.
Yeah, and Bellius rules the city too. Nordopolica, leader of a city, Duce of a guild. Wonder what sort of person Bellius is.
Hey, old man, you can feel free to go on ahead to Nordopolica.
Hey there, youngin'. What? You want to get rid of me so soon?
Wrong. I just wouldn't want you to miss the new moon and your chance to deliver the letter all on our account.
Honestly, I could do fine without your concern.
Wrong again. If brave Vesperia gets in the way of Altosk's work, we'll be apologizing to the Dawn for an eternity.
What? You're too young to bother yourself with such fluff.
It's a matter of brave Vesperia being trustworthy. You see what I mean?
We've still got time left until the new moon. We'll be fine.
You sure?
Anyway, I ain't about to go back through the desert and that cave myself. If I got killed by some monster on the way there, not only would the letter not get delivered, but brave Vesperia certainly wouldn't look very trustworthy to potential clients then, would they?
In that case, we'd collect your bones and the letter and deliver them as promised.
Oh, how kind of... Wait, hey!
Anyway, just as long as you won't go blaming me if you don't manage to deliver it on time.
No problem.
You're always out walking around, aren't you?
Yes, I guess I'm a pretty restless person.
That's unexpected.
You seem to have some problem staying put yourself.
I'm pretty restless myself.
That's not so unexpected, I think. Maybe it's the wanderlust coming back to me from when I used to fly around with Baul all the time.
Yeah, back when you were wearing that weird white armor.
Yes. Are you going to look for Pharaoh by yourself?
Nah,
Oh, then where were you planning on going?
only a walk.
Oh, I see.
Doesn't it seem like we've been meeting this way a lot recently?
No, must be your imagination.
So you weren't able to meet Pharaoh after all.
But I learned about some very important things. The child of the full moon, and the Antilochaea.
But the only new thing we learned was what those words mean. As for the reason Pharaoh's trying to kill you, It seems we won't know unless we go and ask him directly.
But you heard what he was saying. If I go to meet Pharaoh, he'll just wipe me out.
It looks like we'll never know the truth then.
After all this, it's like I'm being told that I should just give up.
No, no way.
Maybe...
Huh?
Maybe what I'm trying so hard to figure out isn't really that important to know at all.
What do you mean?
If I'd never met you, Yuri, and I just kept living my life in that castle, I would have lived without ever knowing about the Child of the Full Moon, or the Antilocheia, or any of that. So maybe I could just go on living without knowing why Pharaoh wants me dead.
So you're saying you should just go back to the capital?
I think that's definitely an option.
If that's what you want to do, I won't stop you.
Yuri,
Our contract with you is null and void at this point, after all.
that's true.
It's just, I don't really like hypothetical situations. They're not real life. And I'm not too good at pretending to forget things that I already know. If you can do that, then I don't have any problem with it. But can you really?
Then I can't do that either. But I have no idea what I should do in this sort of situation.
You want to know the truth, but you don't know what to do. That'd be a good summary of your situation, right?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Would you like a skewer?
Is it any good?
Why don't you try it out? It's my grandfather's secret recipe.
What? But didn't you say you had amnesia?
I know everything there is to know about Ifrid. I traveled all over researching about him after all. That's how I figured out Ifrid was the one who told me my name was Patty.
Ifrid told you your name?
That's my oldest memory. Just remembering that fond look makes me feel all warm inside. I don't know whether he's really my grandfather or not, but I feel that he was such an important person to me that I can't help but think that's who he is.
I see. Still, it might have been smarter to keep that to yourself.
But
You're used to it, huh?
I don't let small stuff like that bother me.
Crying gets you nowhere, was it? But even if you understand that in your head, your emotions aren't necessarily gonna listen.
I'm more patient than a camouflaged stone flounder sitting still in a field of stones.
Oh yeah? But your info broker turned his back on you too.
It's nothing. Things will work out. Tomorrow's another day. What will be, will be. In any case, you need to eat up if you want to cheer up.
This is good.
Didn't I tell ya?
Glad you could make it.
Sorry to keep you waiting. You'll be heading back too, right?
Yes. Thanks to your help, we've recovered our strength. We were thinking we'd cross the desert with you all. That is, if you don't mind.
Just make sure you don't go wandering off.
how about us? What's our plan after this?
I'm headed for the Air Crane and the Wizened of Kados. But I am curious about the Entelekea, too.
I have the honored task of delivering this letter here to Bellius.
I'd like to meet Bellius once myself. I mean, seriously, the Duce. I want to see just what kind of person the leader of the only guild to rival Altosk really is.
Bellius?
Yeah. Bellius is the Duce of Palestrale, which governs Nordopolica. She's the most important person there.
You're friends with someone that amazing, Carol?
Huh? Friends? Well,
It's Nordopolica for me, too. I'm gonna see what Flynn has to say about those knights in Mantake. That's assuming he's still in Nordopolica, of course.
I want to know why the Entelekea hate the child of the full moon. Which means I have to meet Pharaoh.
But there's gotta be another way that doesn't involve Pharaoh.
Right. Besides, walking around in the desert just looking for him wouldn't be easy.
Why don't we all head for Nordopolica then? You're only looking to find out the reason you were attacked by the Entelekea, correct?
Yes?
I imagine Bellius could tell you if you met with her.
Why? Because of the connection between the Entelekea and the Colosseum?
I do remember Jaeger mumbling something about the Entelekea of Nordopolica.
If we can believe anything he told us.
Well, we'll pass through the Wizened of Kados on the way to see Bellius. Good enough?
True enough. All right then, Nordopolica it is.
right. First, let's get back to Mantake.
What about Patty?
If I remember correctly, there were some people in Nordopolica who didn't think too highly of Patty.
I'll be fine, as long as I don't run into any of them. As soon as I'm out in the open sea, everything will be okay.
Then, will you come with us?
Aye, that I will.
Didn't Bellius only meet with people on the night of the new moon?
Yeah, we'll have to get a move on if we're going to see her. I'll kick myself if we miss the new moon and have to wait another month.
I'm so hungry.
I'm dying here.
Already? The girls look like they're doing fine.
Was that Estelle? Listen, her stomach's rumbling too.
I can wait, though it's been a little difficult.
Hmm? That sounded like it came from Rita.
Judy, you too? Are you trying to see who can hold out the longest?
Perhaps a diet is a little bit like a competition in holding out.
A diet? What do you need a diet for? Especially you, Rita. Lose any more weight and you'll...
I'm just waiting until I finish reading this book, okay? Jormungand and Mantic are totally different. It's much cooler here. Maybe it's the ocean.
The ocean is very nice, yeah? It's a beautiful place, too.
But it seems boring. I wonder what the folks here do for fun.
I kind of like it. This kind of calm, quiet village suits me. I can't stand loud people.
Oh, that's gotta hurt, old man.
She was talking about the town, not about me.
Maybe.
Do you really hate me that much?
I had no idea there were villages in the middle of the sands of Kagor.
I'm impressed they've managed to live here without a barrier to protect them.
They don't even have outer walls. Any monster could destroy this village easy. I don't feel like I could really get a good night's sleep in a place like this.
I do wonder how they handle the danger of wild monsters.
I guess everyone in town is just really strong.
Could you be any more stupid?
Hold still. I'll make this quick.
Come on, Rita. Snap out of it. Recover. Feel good.
That didn't work.
Foul affliction.
Out of my way. All right, who's next? That didn't work. Out of my way. Severing Bane. Tiger Blade.
New source of illness, be gone. Dispel.
Out of my way.
So, yeah, just stay dead.
Can a clear CL crystal really be used to make a barrier?
If they could, and we had enough, we'd be able to make as many barriers as we wanted.
Then even areas that suffer frequent monster attacks could be assured safety.
Yeah, but if it were possible, wouldn't something like that have happened by now?
Maybe it's best not to get our hopes up about it then.
Ever the realist, I see.
All I'm doing is speculating on the most probable outcome.
Actually, I think that's what being a realist means.
Get ready. I'm taking you down.
I'm gonna be...
Let's change strategy.
Din of this goddess land! I'm sharpened rage! True, that is your favorite future!
Who likes my bad?
Oh, brilliant angels granted! Spread thy alert! Oh, brilliant angels granted your favorite!
Cut him down! Windblade!
Yes! O blade of noble light, overpower even indestructible evil! Dispel!
Such grace!
Grant them thy undefiled purity! Splash! O source of illness, be gone!
Severing Blade!
That didn't work! Overpower even indestructible!
Tiger! I'll punish Severing Blade! Get out of here!
Photon! Spread thy alluring sphere and deliver my enemies unto me!
Silverous Strike! Get out of here! Crushing Eagle! All my
O
heart!
blade of
Take
noble
this!
light!
Let's go.
Duke certainly has an air of mystery about him.
He's a real man.
Patty prefers masculine fellas, I see.
I thought he was pretty cold. Would it have killed him to listen to us a little?
Maybe he was caught off guard. We did just kind of show up out of nowhere.
Did one of us say anything rude to him?
Probably you, Rita. Ha! Ow! Ow! Hey, no hitting!
I wonder if he's always lived here in Jormungand.
Who knows? I didn't get the feeling he'd been here all that long, though.
Duke is pretty weird, but this whole town is pretty weird too.
It is weird, but you could live a quiet, comfortable life here.
You'll be gone soon enough.
Dragon Swarm!
This isn't good. Foul affliction, be gone! Recover! Oh, source of foul affliction, be gone! Recover!
Cerberus Strike! That didn't work.
Hey!
All right, here we go. Yay! All right, we... Sorry if I hurt you. This isn't good.
That didn't work.
Affliction, be gone. Recover. Oh, source of oh, source of illness, be gone. Dispel.
Out of my way! Dragon! That didn't work.
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor. Nurse.
Tiger Blade! That didn't work. Take this! Azure Wolf Strike!
Take that.
That didn't work. Azure Wolf! Hey! Let's go.
Hooray for the old man!
Don't get sloppy!
This! Tiger Blade! Crushing it!
Holy power, come to
Take
me!
this!
First aid!
Dragon Swarm! Hey! This is my victory pose!
I feel like an easy win. Don't get cocky.
Come on, win. That didn't work.
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us
Blow
your
you
favor.
away!
Someone protect me while I'm casting.
Oh, all right, all right.
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor.
Tiger Blade! That didn't work.
Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor.
Take
Someone
this!
protect me while I'm casting. Okay.
Baby, all my love.
Deliver my enemies unto me. Oh, brilliant angels, grant us your favor.
All right, who's next?
Nurse!
We'll try to take this!
That which blocks our future.
That's good.
Oh, brilliant angels, foul affliction, be gone.
I gotta try and keep up.
Distraction! Ow!
Foul affliction, be gone. Foul affliction, be gone.
Let's go.
Yeah, I guess we'll fight.
Out of my way!
Dragon Swarm!
Foul affliction, be gone. Recover.
All right, who's next?
Cerberus Strike! Dragon Swarm!
That didn't work.
Foul affliction, be gone. Recover.
Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade!
That didn't work.
Hey!
That's over. Yeah, I feel good.
These are the threads that weave.
Oh, what to do?
Is there a problem?
I'll die if I can't take a shower once a day. And in a dry old desert like this?
Really? Rita, you have to do something!
Huh. Idiot. She'll be fine. It's not like she's a flower. Going without a shower won't kill you. It's been 10 days since I last showered, actually.
It's been that long? I'd be on my deathbed if I were you.
I sense a faint but pleasant scent coming from you, Rita.
I've got it! Rita's not a flower, she's a prickly cactus! Die! Ah! It's so hot!
That's because Rita keeps using all that fire magic.
It doesn't have anything to do with my magic. The desert's just hot!
Ah!
Whatever. It's just really hot.
What? Are you saying I should stop?
I guess we're saying it'd be real nice if you would.
I won't stop.
Huh?
I won't stop. I like it!
Aren't you hot too? Come on.
I'm hot, but using the magic makes me feel so good that I forget all about being hot, all right?
Oh, Rita's nuts!
Let's eliminate them.
Summer is Dragon Sword! Severing Bang!
I don't feel good.
Out of my way! Take this! Azure Wolf! Out of my way!
That's over. Hold still. I'll make this quick.
Oh, source of illness,
I'll blow you away! Crushing Eagle! Distraction! Dragon! Summer is Growl! Hey! Take this! Dragon Sword!
The sign of victory!
Yeah!
Yay! feel like an easy win. Don't get cocky.
I'll finish you! Cerberus strike! Dragon! Take this!
I'm just getting started.
We'll destroy them in no time.
Severing Bang! Tiger! I'll punish you! Tiger! I'll punish you! Severing Bang! Alright, who's next? Tiger! I'll punish you! Severing Bang! Tiger! I'll punish you!
Repeat! This looks easy.
Don't get careless. Let's try it.
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Blade of noble light, overpower even indestructible evil.
Tiger Blade!
Brilliant angels grant us your favor. That's the logical out.
You'll be gone soon enough.
Out of my way! Azure Wolf Strike! Crushing Eagle! That's enough! Bad. Out of my way!
Illness, be gone. Dismount.
Tiger! Alright, who's next?
Oh, brilliant angels grant us your.
Let's go.
These are the threads. Let's eliminate them.
Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade! Tiger Blade! Severing Bang! Severing Bang!
Wonderful. Good job, Spot.
I'll blow you away! Crushing Eagle! I'll finish you!
stinging!
Oh, source of illness, be gone! Dispel!
That's over.
Don't get sloppy!
Finish!
Nurse!
I'm just getting started.
Finish that one.
So hot. There's no shade or anything.
What's the matter, Captain Carol?
Maybe it's so hot he can't speak.
You're already pooped? Weak. And you're also much younger than me.
Would you shut up? Aren't you hot under that thick coat, Raven?
Nah, this clothing is kind of special.
Let me borrow it.
Ah, my boy. If you're really suffering that much, I'll gladly lend you my stinky, sweaty clothing.
Never mind.
The heat is at least better than your stench, old man.
Sorry, but you're going bye-bye.
Cerberus strike! Azure Wolf strike!
Not bad.
Die! I'll finish you! Die! Destruction field!
We performed marvelously. These are the threads that weave our